brand new deck order. And what we're going to do is we're going to give it the classic magician cut, which looks like this. And yet, believe it or not, the deck is still able to maintain its brand new deck order. This is beating the Magician's and Heckler's cut. A triple cut and a double cut. And now, let's get into it. So here's the story on this cut, real fast, and I'll jump into explanation. I wanted a cut to be able to mimic a Heckler or true magician cut. And the idea was, I'm going to let the spectators, because I've been at Magic Castle, I've had tons of experience, 18 plus years, and I wanted a cut that could be able to mimic the spectator at their worst. And so so many times, and I'm very adaptive, I've let spectators actually be at their worst and see their true full potential, so I know how to counteract in many different situations. So if I know someone's worst, then it's just another Tuesday for me. And so what I wanted was to be, and I saw this, what the spectators did, and they just did a triple cut and a double cut. That's them at their worst. So, and that for them, being able to do that makes it believable. So that's why I've created a previous version where I actually did it on the table, not fully false, but it retains the top stock. And I'll probably link it down in the description. But in this case, what I wanted to do was to be able to do that cut. And it's the first part, the triple cut, is the usual magician's cut. And I'm going to use a different pack for a second, just to demonstrate. I don't want to keep on having to reset the order, but essentially the classic triple cut. Okay? I want to be able to mimic that, or they usually slam it down. I usually see magicians, you know, they don't throw it down, they usually slam it down in style to go into like a Sybil or something. And then the usual double cut, just to make sure, kind of petty almost, but afterthought, but it's necessary. And usually you're already screwed by the triple cut, the double cut seals it. And I've seen a lot of spectators, hecklers, do this as well. So there was a huge mission for me to do this, and yet all my normal methods trying to do it failed. Maybe there's some gambler's book where they kind of talk about it, but I wanted something more applicable for the real world and modern world. So this is my take on this ultimate solution. And so let's jump into it now. So with that said, we're going to begin with the deck in, as you can imagine, brand new deck order, just for you to be able to, well, apologies, out of frame. So you can be able to see everything the whole way through and keep track and know if something's off, something of that nature, or red and black, whatever have you. Okay? And so you have to have knowledge already of how to do a triple cut. Swing cut, you should look up swing cut and just try it multiple times. And then you got a triple cut, okay? We're here just to jump into the fun of this. So how it begins is as we're doing the first swing cut, okay? Swing cut out, forefinger. We take it, okay? And then from here, we're going to swing cut out, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to actually maintain a break on this packet right here. So this is the top, this is the middle, this is the bottom, okay? And then as we're about to slam this pack, this final pack on top, we're going to use a third finger break using our ring finger. And we're going to get another break as we slam the pack down. So we got the pinky, we're using 2 breaks. Yes, we are. So we're using pinky right here. It doesn't even have to be truck size, but I'm just doing this to make the example clear. And apologies for me being out of frame for a little bit. So let me adjust it and we should be Gucci. Okay, so this will make it a lot easier for everyone. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay, so we've got the break, and then as we slam the pack down, we're going to get another break with the ring finger right here. Okay? And as we have our hand on top, we're squaring everything. Everything looks copacetic, kind of like we're doing a riffle force, but we're maintaining 2 breaks from behind. And it looks like the pack is square, at least for a moment. And it looks like haphazard magician's cut. Now here's where the really important part comes in. We're maintaining 2 breaks. And if you're wondering position check, this is the top, this is the middle, this is the bottom. Even though it's all in reverse, okay? So what we're going to do in this case is we're going to do a Herman pass on the bottom packet and the middle packet, okay? So we're going to do a Herman pass as we're setting up to do a double cut, okay? So a Herman pass, I'm just going to give a quick overview, removing this top packet. Herman pass is just where we tilt the hand down and I'm going to do exposed view, and we let this bottom packet come to the top. Okay, so come down, and then you could practice that. Usually done. I love doing the Herman pass myself in the offbeat if I just don't feel like doing controls. Usually a double undercut, some kind of false cut, you know, I'll just pass it on the beat. I know a lot of street magicians love doing passes if they can get away with it. Just woo, now let's move on. Let's keep the show on the road. I've already set up, so let's just keep the talking and keep on stalling people for a bigger payout, which I understand and I love and appreciate, and I respect street magicians. So again, one last time. As we tilt down, okay? And I'm just going to give a loose overview. You can practice it. You could look it up. There's a brick pass and different kinds of things. But the Herman pass is the one I'm going to use, okay? And it's applicable for this case because we got the top packet we're worrying about. So, hold on this time. So, I'm just giving you a brief overview. This is so oversimplified, and it usually coalesces, okay? But I'm maintaining the packet so we can do it for the explanation purposes. So, bottom, middle, yes, bottom packet, middle packet, and then top packet. But this is the top of the deck. This is middle still. And then this is the bottom. Okay. So what we're going to do in the thing I came up with is we're going to, as we tilt the deck down, getting ready for a double cut and lifting off, we're going to do the Herman pass. Boom, boom, boom. And let this packet coalesce together. I'll let it coalesce this time just for explanation purposes. As I then lift off the upper packet, which is actually the bottom of the deck, set it on the table, and then set this on top, completing it, and allowing us to be in brand new deck order. Really cool. Really, really cool. And I know sometimes it's a little bit harder to see for it, but you can actually see it. This is uncut. I haven't edited it at all, so you can actually see it. Boom. Okay. So let's overview it. Just do it again, Danny. Slow motion. I could already hear it. Okay. So again, swing, cut, break, swing, cut, break, slam it down. I maintain 2 breaks. Okay. And then Herman pass. And here's the weird thing. This is the probably most important part of it, what makes it knacky, but yet makes it easier to do it. I'm going to do it in slow motion. We're going to do it in real motion. Okay. What makes it work is that when you're actually doing real motion, you have to be relaxed. If you're trying to do it all tense, the move will lock on itself. That's the knack part of it. The move will lock on itself and you won't be able to do it, and it'll just stutter and it won't work and you'll get caught. Wait, what? Yes, you have to be, as you do the Herman pass, as you tilt the deck. I'm doing it from the side and I'll do it from the front. Okay? As you do the Herman pass from this bottom and middle packet, they have to be relaxed. And then your hand just clamps this packet right here together as one as this top pack lifts it off. Now I'm doing that exposed view, okay? Now from the normal view, okay, right there. From the front, here's what's happening. I'm tilting the deck down and I'm creating cover, okay? So in the performance I did from the side, I know I probably should have done from the front, but I am more of a standing performer than a seated performer in a lot of contexts, where I stand and sit a lot. So it can be sometimes overwhelming. So from the front, you can be able... I'm not the best passer if it's under pressure. I'm usually doing this offhandedly. I'm usually talking and making less of the focus, more of the focus on me, less on the move, but still doing it. And so it's like it's like you only can put so much attention into this because it's divided. I'm putting the focus on the eyes and everything, and everyone's getting all excited and stuff. So from here, from the front, okay, I'm doing the pass, okay? And then I'm letting the lower packet, and here's the exposed view, I'm letting the lower packet coalesce. And once it clears, you have to be relaxed when it clears, and once it clears, then you can just simply slam it shut, okay? And you can use your thumb and other fingers to square everything together so it looks like one packet. Cool. As your upper packet lifts off. Okay, so I'll do it a couple times so you can see it, okay? From the front, boom. I got it. And that looks decent from there, okay? Or it looks good, better from there. So, boom. Okay, and I'm usually doing it there. And what I notice a huge tip is I tend to move while I do this move to get the best angles, because I know it can be angle sensitive for certain cases, or, you know, for this cut, you have to be mindful of everyone around you. So when I do it, so boom, okay, so I know that I can flash right here. I do a weird motion. It's like, what's this forefinger doing here? So in like, for example, in the performance, I maybe shifted my body a little. See, there, all the little elements are adding together. Why it took so long to make it perfect, okay? And I'm doing like it's kind of like a spread pass almost, or a window change, or something of that nature, where I do the move over here, and the larger action is covering the smaller action. Magic Castle advice. So I can cover that as I can do the cut over here. It's like I'm moving out of the way, almost. And you could also give logicality, like magicians do. Oh, hold on. And then they do that, and then they do the move, so they can, you know, give the guise of it being logically set up. It's like, oh, and then you over here for maybe a moment, a brief moment, cleaning off. It's just like the ruses you do. They seem almost minor, but they all add up to allowing you to do the moments, like I did with an invisible ungaffed deck. I'm able to do invisible deck with just a ruse and the cull, which is crazy. You gotta check that video out too. But the point is, even after all that, again, still a brand new deck order. I don't have to look at it, but fun. Yay! Love it. Okay, so what's it actually look like? Decent to normal speed, Danny. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Then you can shift your body so you can get a better angle and then do it. Okay, so actual motion. Okay. And I'm still practicing it a little bit myself, but this is just the actual structure to beat it, in case you're ever wondering, and what it feels like a actual cut that can actually be used against hecklers or magicians, and they go, oh yeah, that looks fair. All right. Okay, we get it, magician, you can move along. And they accept it. And you want something they can accept, and then, oh wow, he actually did it. And then you create that spectator again. You want the heckler to meet their conditions, and you don't have to. I know there's a whole thing, run without being chased and everything. I can already hear from Magic Castle already. But the idea is that you're able to handle, like get credibility without having to do it, and then people think I'm overthinking, but this is something special. I really wanted to give it to community. It's one of my final things before you see me take over all the internet with all my performances and everything and showcase my magic. So I just really wanted to let all my magic to the magicians who are maybe a little past beginner, maybe intermediate. You can use this information. You can be able to become the ultimate version of yourself. If you can maybe modify, you're like, oh, okay, this inspires me to do this. And you get to the next stage and I was able to help. I'm grateful, you know. But anyways, like, share, subscribe as always, and I hope you enjoyed this. I have one more coming up, and I'll release it like the next day, which is the collusion, and that's funny. I'm actually excited about that too. So hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is my thoughts on the Magician's Cut and what I thought, how you would be able to fool a magician or a spectator and get them to say, okay, that seems fair enough, and be able to have the deck in full deck order while you do whatever trick you want, maintaining your stack, whatever. That's kind of nice. Or just doing a card control and it looks very fair to what a spectator is. You may not think it's special. You may just want to do a Sybil. I get it. But you have to understand this one also has a place as well. So I share it to the magicians. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.